From smells like hospital to fucking her grandfather, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City has given us some truly unforgettable one-liners. But it's not just what they say, it's what they do that will really blow your mind. Let's dive into the 15 craziest moments that made us all go, what the fuck? Salt Lake City's housewives have turned the drama up to 11 since day one. These ladies don't just argue, they go nuclear. Remember when Mary told Jen she smelled like hospital? That wasn't even the craziest thing to happen that episode. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City has become the franchise's wild child, serving up shocking moments faster than Vita tequila shots. We are talking arrests, family secrets, and betrayals that will make your head spin. Think you have seen it all? Trust me, you haven't. Get ready for a countdown of the 15 most jaw-dropping Real Housewives of Salt Lake City moments. From icy Zion showdowns to hot mic disasters, we are spilling all the Utah tea. Grab your favorite sweatsuit and let's get messy. Now, we are counting down the wildest rides. What if I told you that the craziest drama on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City didn't start with a bang, but with a sniff? And how did one housewife's detective work lead to a friendship meltdown that no one saw coming? Let's kick off our countdown with number 15, the moment that sparked a feud for the ages. Picture this, Jen Shah, fresh out of the hospital, walks into a party only to have Mary Cosby tell her she smells like hospital. Talk about a welcome, right? This seemingly innocent comment set off a chain reaction that would define their relationship for seasons to come. But wait, it gets better. This little sniff and tell incident didn't just stay between Mary and Jen. Oh no, it spread through the group faster than gossip at a Utah country club. Before you knew it, everyone was taking sides, and suddenly "you smell like hospital" became the insult heard round Salt Lake City. Moving on to number 14, we have got Whitney Rosa playing detective. Now, Whitney's always been one to stir the pot, but this time she took it to a whole new level. She accused Lisa Barlow of sabotaging a party for their mutual friend, Angie Harrington. Can you imagine? Your friend throws a party, and suddenly you are being accused of ruining it behind the scenes. Whitney was convinced Lisa had orchestrated the catering fallout at Angie's event. It's like she thought she was in an episode of CSI, Salt Lake City. This moment showed us just how quickly these women can turn on each other, even when they are supposed to be friends. One minute you are sipping Vita tequila together, the next you are being accused of party sabotage. At number 13, we have got the fallout from Whitney's detective work. This wasn't just a little tiff between friends. No, this was a full-blown friendship meltdown. Lisa felt betrayed, Whitney felt justified, and poor Angie was caught in the middle wondering why her party had turned into an episode of Law and Order, Special Victims Unit. This moment set the stage for bigger confrontations to come. It showed us that in the world of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, no friendship is safe, and no party is too small to become a battlefield. These women can make a mountain out of a molehill faster than you can say, "I love that." Number 12 on our list brings us to a moment that had everyone's jaws on the floor. During Whitney Rose's 1920s Prohibition party, Jen Shah decided to confront Meredith Marks. But instead of a calm conversation, Jen exploded with the now infamous line, "You are going to go with Mary, who fucked her grandfather?" Talk about dropping a bomb. This moment not only highlighted the absurdity of their feud, but also brought Mary's controversial family history into the spotlight. It was like Jen took all the whispered gossip and speculation and just screamed it out for everyone to hear. The room went silent, the cameras zoomed in, and suddenly, Mary's family tree became the hottest topic in Salt Lake City. And for number 11, we have got a teaser that will make your head spin, just when you thought things couldn't get any crazier. One of our housewives found herself in some serious legal hot water. We are talking fraud charges, people. But who could it be? And how did it affect the group dynamics? Well, you will just have to stay tuned to find out. And speaking of staying tuned, please subscribe to this channel. It's subscribers that keep us going and make it possible for us to make this great content for you week in and week out. So while you are thinking about it, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on post notifications so you know when we have got new content for you to comment on, because we want to hear from you. So back to it, okay? Fraud charges are just the tip of the iceberg in Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Ever wonder what happens when a housewife's deepest family secret gets blurted out on national TV? Or how a single rant caught on a hot mic can shatter years of friendship? Well, buckle up, because we are about to dive into some of the most jaw-dropping moments in Real Housewives of Salt Lake City history. Let's start with number 10 on our countdown. Remember when Jen Shah dropped that bomb about Mary Cosby's family tree? It wasn't just gossip, it was a nuclear explosion. You are going to go with Mary, who fucked her grandfather? Jen screamed at Meredith during Whitney's 1920s party. Talk about a conversation stopper. The room went dead silent, and you could practically hear the producers high-fiving each other behind the scenes. But here's the thing. This wasn't just some random insult. Mary's family history is, well, complicated. She married her late grandmother's second husband, Robert Cosby-Sart. It's the kind of family situation that makes even the most drama-loving viewers go, wait, what? This revelation didn't just shock the other housewives. It became a major storyline that kept popping up like a bad penny. Moving on to number 9, we've got Lisa Barlow's infamous hot mic moment. Picture this. Lisa, thinking she's alone, goes on a rant about her supposed bestie, Meredith Marks. And when I say rant, I mean rant. She accused Meredith of cheating on her husband and basically dragged her name through the Utah mud. It was the kind of moment that makes you cringe and lean closer at the same time. This wasn't just drama for drama's sake. Lisa's hot mic meltdown exposed the cracks in what seemed like a rock-solid friendship. It was like watching a friendship implode in real time, and it changed the whole dynamic of the show. Suddenly, alliances shifted, and everyone was forced to pick sides. At number 8, we've got a moment that's less explosive but no less impactful. Heather Gay's journey out of the Mormon church added a layer of emotional depth to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City that no one saw coming. Heather opened up about feeling disconnected from friends and family after leaving the church, and it hit home for a lot of viewers. This wasn't just about religion, it was about identity, family, and finding your place in the world. Heather's story showed us that beneath all the glitz and glamour, these housewives are dealing with real, relatable issues. It's moments like these that make Real Housewives of Salt Lake City more than just another reality show. Number 7 on our list brings us back to the drama, but with a twist. Remember Heather's mysterious black eye? The one that had everyone speculating for weeks? Well, turns out it might have had something to do with Jen Shah. This wasn't just a case of clumsy makeup application. It was a whole new level of what the heck happened. The black eye incident added yet another layer to the complex web of relationships on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It raised questions about loyalty, truth-telling, and just how far these women would go to protect each other or themselves. And with Jen's legal troubles looming in the background, it took on an even darker tone. And speaking of Jen's legal troubles, that brings us to number 6 on our list. But before we get into that bombshell, let's take a moment to appreciate just how wild this ride has been so far. We have covered family secrets, hot mic disasters, religious journeys, and mysterious injuries. And trust me, we are just getting started. You think we'd have seen it all? Hold on to your cocktails, because the top 5 moments are about to blow your mind. What if I told you one housewife's arrest was just the beginning of a snowball of secrets that would leave everyone questioning who they can trust? Let's kick things off with number 5 on our countdown. Jen Shah's dramatic arrest during the Vail trip. Picture this. The ladies are all packed and ready for a fun getaway when Jen gets a mysterious phone call. She asks Whitney to turn off her mic, and suddenly she's gone. Next thing you know, police are swarming the scene looking for Jen. Talk about a vacation mood killer. The other housewives were left in total shock. Can you imagine planning a girls' trip and ending up in the middle of a crime drama? Lisa Barlow went into full panic mode, calling every lawyer she knew. Meanwhile, Whitney decided to channel her inner Sherlock Holmes and started trying to figure out who tipped off the cops. It was like watching a real-life episode of Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, but with more designer luggage. Moving on to number 4, we have got the explosive Zion trip. Now Zion's supposed to be all about peace and nature, right? Well, now that the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City ladies are involved. This trip turned into a war zone faster than you can say. I love that. The main event? A heated argument about Meredith Marks' father's memorial service. Yep, you heard that right. These women can turn anything into a reason to fight. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Everyone was throwing around accusations like confetti at a New Year's party. Some of the ladies started suspecting Meredith of lying, and get this. They even thought she might have called the police on Jen. Talk about friendship goals, am I right? Now let's talk about number 3 on our list, the truth behind Heather Gay's mysterious black eye. Remember when Heather showed up looking like she would go on a few rounds with Mike Tyson? Well, turns out it might have had something to do with our girl Jen Shah. The plot thickens. This wasn't just your average makeup mishap or clumsy accident. No, this was a full-blown mystery that had everyone talking for weeks. It raised so many questions. What really happened that night? Why was Heather being so cagey about it? And most importantly, how does Jen fit into all this? It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube with your eyes closed. Frustrating, confusing, and guaranteed to give you a headache. But hold on to your hats, because number 2 is a doozy. Remember Monica Garcia? The new girl who seemed to fit right in with all the drama? Well, it turns out she was hiding a pretty big secret. Heather, putting her detective skills to good use, hired a private investigator and uncovered a bombshell. Monica was connected to a trolling Instagram account that had been targeting the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cast. Can you believe it? One of their own was behind all those nasty posts and comments. The other housewives were blindsided, and even the production team was caught off guard. It's like finding out your best friend has been writing your diary and posting it online. Trust issues? You bet. And for our number one moment, drumroll please, it's not just one moment, but the cumulative impact of all these crazy events on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City franchise. From Jen's arrest to Monica's secret identity, these wild revelations have turned Salt Lake City into the crown jewel of the Real Housewives empire. Wow, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City has really taken over. These wild moments have turned the show into a cultural phenomenon. Even Jennifer Lawrence is getting in on the action, reenacting scenes at the Golden Globes. And get this, a congressman quoted Heather Gay in a speech about Donald Trump. Talk about real-world impact. The producers are loving it too. They never expected the show to blow up like this. Remember when we thought Mary's family drama was wild? Or when Lisa's hot mic moment shook things up? Those were just the beginning. From Jen's arrest to Monica's secret trolling, each crazy moment has kept us glued to our screens. The best part? Even the producers don't know what's coming next. These ladies are full of surprises, and we can't wait to see what they will do next. What do you think will be the next jaw-dropping Real Housewives of Salt Lake City moment? Please let us know in the comments. And like we said before, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. We'll keep the content coming your way.